One of the questions I've been getting lately is about if it's this is the right market to buy a property right now, especially for those who are first-time home buyers, because honestly, it's a little more difficult for them, right? Because they are the ones entering the market at the way that we are on the market right now. For a seller who's looking to buy a next home, it's a little easier because if they bought a house maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, they will sell that property, use some of the equity from that property to bring into the next home that they buy. So it helps with down payment. It helps them to do a lot of things. So they have a little more buying power. But first time home buyers, sometimes they seem, they see themselves as in they don't have an option, or it makes it really difficult. But what I haven't seen lately, I mean, I've been helping quite a bit of first time home buyers. And the good news is like the market the way it is right now, we're getting a lot of help from the seller. So when we write the offer, you put, let's say, example of a house for 450,000, then we write the offer at 450, and then a couple of things that we can do. We can either lower the asking price, and we put at a price where this buyer can qualify for it, or sometimes what we do is that we actually give full price asking 450, but then we ask for what we call concessions. And concessions are credits that the seller gives to the buyer. And sometimes in past markets, like in 2020, 2021, when the market was super crazy, we didn't see these things because the rates were low, so a lot more buyers were in the market. So therefore, it was the opposite. People were writing offers, and I personally wrote offers over 65,000 of asking price. So right now, we're using the market on our favor for buyers, and we are doing the opposite. Either we write the offer a little lower from what the asking price was, or we write it at the same price and we use what we call concessions. So if in a $450,000 price, we can ask up to like 3%, or technically we can ask up to 6%. But normally we do 3% um, of the asking price to give given in credits or concessions to the buyer. So that will help with the closing costs. So sometimes the closing costs are anywhere from 2.5 to 3%, depending on the type of loan that they have and all that. So that will cover all that. And then the only thing the buyer needs to worry is about the down payment. So, but the good news is a lot of different programs out there. There are a lot of down payment assistance programs, and I'm not going to lie, everything is nothing is free, right? So there are things that some string attached to those down payment assistance program. Some of them might require for you to stay in the property for 3 to 5 years before that debt is forgiven. But normally, if you buy a house, you're not selling within the next 3 or 5 years because unless it's an emergency, or what I normally tell my buyers is that you got to be planning to be here for the next 5 to 7 years, right? Because you got to wait for the market to help you gain equity, so that way when you sell the property, either hopefully you make some money, or you get even, because if you sell sooner than that, most likely you'll be selling losing money. So it's if you are a first time home buyer, not all things are doomed for you. Like the market is a little hard right now because of the rates being high. But another good thing is, and that's what I've been using also for my first time home buyers, are new builds. New builds are right now, they're super hot because they're offering all kind of incentives. So I have a buyer right now who's looking at new builders. We went on Saturday, and I think the lowest rate that he found on a place was like a 275. They will do the what we call the buy down. So the first year will be a low rate of 3%. The second year will be a rate of 4%, and then the last and final year will be a rate of 5%, and that will be your permanent rate for the length of the loan for the 30 years, 15 or 20 years loan that you get until you sell your house. But some other ones are doing actually a 5 year balloon, where is the rate is going to be 3.5%, and they'll keep it for 5 years, which is great. So during that period of time, if there is a rate that's similar to it, might be like 4%, then the buyers are refinancing at that rate right there. So then they will have it for the next 30 years. And then the builder that we walked on Saturday with my client, they were offering appliances, washer and dryer, backyard finish. Normally, when you buy a new build, the front yard is done for you, but the backyard they normally give you dirt or just like rocks, basic stuff. But this was they were offering that. I actually got a text today from the agent at that community, and they were telling me that they were lowering the rates coming up in July even more because they want to move the inventory, right? Like the builders, they work on building building the all these houses. But then at one point, right, they have a lot of them, so they need to move them. So as they build them and they're not moving, then they offer great incentives. I do have a bunch of relationship with different builders, so normally they either call me, text me, or send an email saying, "Hey, this is what we have." So I send that to my database, especially to my buyers who might be needing some assistance. So yeah, so the kicker to that sometimes is location, right? Like normally the best deals a little maybe outside uh, the metro area, right? So like right now, Santan Valley is pretty hot, and also Mesa, Borderline, Apache Junction, which is Ironwood and Red Road. I mean, it's a huge subdivision going up there. That's where we are on Saturday, just like 4 miles away from the 60. So it's kind of like yeah, far east a little bit, but at the same time, you're right by the freeway, so you can jump on the freeway and go anywhere you want. So not everything is doomed for buyers. Sometimes the news and as you talk to people, they feel like things are getting super hard. Yeah, rates are complicating a little bit, but at the same time, if you know how to use rates on your favor, I mean, you can make things happen, right? Like in this case, we're asking sellers to pay for a lot of the concessions for things that they wouldn't have paid, you know, 4 years ago. Even with repairs, right? When we buy a house, you attend the inspection, and during the inspection period, you know, if you find something with the house, you can ask the seller, "Hey, can you repair this? Can you fix that?" Um, we had brand new AC units put on houses, brand new roof being replaced, just because of seller want to move the house because they need to move to the next one. So there are a bunch of good things that are happening because of the situation of the market. You just need to know what to look for. You got to have the right agent. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We'd love to help you with, yeah, if you're a first time home buyer or if you're looking to buy a second home or you're looking to invest. So reach out and I'll be happy to talk to you.